This is my whiteboard. It's overwhelming. You've got to simplify. So, if you have a whiteboard like that, and you have all these different ideas, you have all these different goals, how do we simplify it? So, start with the method. I know, it's not very original. It's really not. But essentially, you're starting with timeline, why you're actually doing a certain thing in a certain time frame, and then operation name. So this is something that gives what you're doing meaning, purpose, and direction. So versus timeline. What is my timeline? What do I want to do within that span of time? For me, 28 days. My why am I doing this? Like, what is the why? What is the purpose of this specific season of life? That is, I'm not consistent with my bare minimum needs of physical health, nutrition, and sleep. And I need to reevaluate my current habit systems. I'm not consistent. What I'm doing currently is not working. I need a reset. So, naturally, operation baseline, which you can kind of see. And then from there, we go into the next category, which is movement, mindset, and momentum. Now, when you think about this, these are the different categories of the different aspects of our life. So, movement, that's going to be structured exercise, nutrition, and unstructured movement. If you're not sure what unstructured movement is, think yard work, think post-meal walks, anything that's not like structured sets, reps, time limit, just free flow movement. And then we have mindset. Mindset is, what season of life am I in? Sometimes you're in a busy season of life. Sometimes you're in a very low stress season of life. It also depends on the type of stress. Maybe if it's around the holidays, it's more family stress. If it's, around like the new year, maybe it's, physical, I want to be stronger, or maybe it's, your profession. And then we also have spirituality, philosophy. I think you have to give some sort of attention to whether it's, a certain religion, whether it's a certain spirituality belief, whether you're altruistic. We all have something that centers us that we want to pay attention to. And next is the method journal. So that's where we're journaling on movement, mindset, and momentum within these aspects, and we're reflecting on that. Sometimes it's daily, sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's even twice a day. Again, that goes back to what season of life are you in, and how do you need to make those adjustments. Next is momentum. So this is our professional and business goals. This isn't our personal goals. These are our professional goals. These are our business goals. These are the outputs that are going to be directly affecting other people. Then we also have acquisition and application of knowledge. What are we currently learning, or what have we learned that we need to put into practice? Maybe it's skill sets. Maybe it's certain, for me, I'm a strength and conditioning coach, so it's certain training philosophies that I want to now put into practice with my athletes. And then we have time blocks. How do I get all of this into neat little time blocks, and how do I create habits from this and just putting it into a neat little package? And then from there, you can just plug and play. So like for me, I know unstructured movement that I want to have during this operation is post-meal walks, and I want to do my morning mobility, 5-10 minutes. Those are non-negotiables for me. I know the life season I'm in, it's a very slow life season. My training class is finishing up, so there's not a lot of newness, there's not a lot of variety. I pretty much have their training plans set for the next at least 2-3 months, so there's no heavy lifting on my end, at least professionally. There's a lot of minimal distractions. I have one travel event, which is a wedding, that's going to be right in the middle of this 28 days, but for the most part, it's pretty much going to be low threshold. Method journal, I want to do it daily, at least once a day. Sometimes I do it twice a day. I do it in the morning, I do it in the afternoon, evening. But this, I just want to say, you know what? I'm going to do it twice a day, or I'm going to do it once a day, once daily. I haven't been doing it at all, which could be a reason why I'm a little unstructured and scatterbrained at the moment, because I'm not centered. And then time blocks. I know the biggest time blocks I want to create right now to get myself back to baseline is a morning work session and an evening wind down session. Even if I can just get a weekday 1 hour to 90-minute work session before I go to my day job, and then on the weekends I can elongate it a little bit, and then an evening wind down. What does that look like? And that goes back to, I need to get my sleep right, so where's my sleep window? So these, and again, I can still continue to plug and play. Obviously, I'm going to put in some, my professional and business goals. What are certain skills? Honestly, really none at the moment, at least for this 28 days. I'm really not trying to push the envelope, because again, we always have to go back and reference our percentages. I'm very high in movement right now. Like, this is really what we want to hone in on for this 28 days, because I know for a fact when I hit the summer, this is going to be like 75, and I'm going to be like pushing home with it. So I want to make sure that I'm grounded in my health and my nutrition. And that is the method. Again, I'm still working on the name, but just keep things simple, guys. Honestly, keep it simple, keep it fun, but also I think keep it intentional. That's what I tell my athletes all the time when they're doing their recovery sessions. I always say, like, have intentional movement, even if it doesn't seem like a lot. All those little things add up and compound. So yeah, keep it simple.